For many families, these hallways mean care responsibilities lifted off their shoulders. For workers, it's where they start.
Every time we get a resident come in, tell the families, we're all part of a team here together, and I will treat them as good as I can, as I would ever treat my dad, and I can't treat him any better than that, you know.
It started early for Hilly Dove, who says her upbringing put her on a path of caring for others. Now she is a seasoned healthcare worker, almost 31 years as an RN, 11 as a nurse practitioner, 8 in long-term care.
It's joy to be able to provide care to people who have provided care to us all these years. And really and truly, it's the joy of making a difference, you know. To me, it's extremely rewarding because these people become our families. It's not like in acute care, someone's in and out in a few days, you know, you don't really get that connection, but we make such great connections with the families and the residents that every day is worth it. Every single day is worth it, even the hard days.
Hilly Dove says she's had more of those hard days lately. While she still loves her job, it's changed.
Everyone is struggling. And we're all still trying our very best, but we're not doing what we all want to do and what really the residents deserve and need.
There's much to be done in a day to keep residents healthy, mobile, and active, and to support those who are more frail. The basics.
The extras, which shouldn't be extras, is actually going in and sitting down with someone and holding their hand and trying to have a conversation. And it's that personal contact. And unfortunately right now, where we're so short-staffed and everyone is just trying to do what they can, that extra, which shouldn't be extra, is not always being done.
With negative impacts on both residents and staff, many workers choose to move on. Old staff leaves more quickly than new staff comes in.
We need to make the jobs more attractive, and let's face it, being more attractive often includes money. You know, we're not martyrs or saints. You know, we you know, if you had a better working wage, better working conditions, more work-life balance, and to have that work-life balance, you need the extra staff. So it's really a catch-22.
Unions say it's not an isolated story. The majority of long-term care workers are LPNs and PCAs. Of the 4,000 represented by NAPE, about 75% work in long-term care.
All LPNs, PCAs, registered nurses, healthcare providers will tell you it's valued work, it's valuable work, but they feel themselves they cannot do the level of care that each resident is entitled to and should receive.
NAPE wants a review of the staff-to-resident ratio as part of government's review of long-term and personal care homes.
Because of the complexity of care, because of the level of care, their staffing ratios that were determined in excess of a decade ago just does not meet up to the demand of residents today.
Meanwhile, the Registered Nurses Union demands a long-term strategy, more focus on worker retention, and 4.1 hours of care daily per resident. Currently, no minimum care hours are nationally mandated, a situation that takes a toll on workers.
It's traumatic for them. Every day when you go to work as a registered nurse or a healthcare provider, you go to work with the intention of giving all that you have to give the best care possible to the people in your care. And right now, we're not able to provide that.
We need to be able to provide the basics.
For now, Hilly Dove will continue to try for both residents and their families.
I would like for these families to know that personally, I and many of my colleagues do not consider their family and loved ones as bits and as numbers, because I think that is the ruination of us all. These are souls, these are humans, and they deserve our love and commitment and our best.
Henrike Wilhelm, CBC News, St. John's.